Hey Flowers, it's Rose. We are on week 6, topic depression. Before we get into story time for today, I want to give a shout out to Dr. One Then Industries. He commented on Monday's video and I checked out his profile, and his channel deals with mental health a lot. So it's really cool that he commented and he agrees with me that, we need to share our experiences, spread the word, and let people know that they're not alone. So it was really cool to log on to my YouTube channel and see that. Also, shout out to our new subscriber. Um, if you are new to this channel, my name is Rose. I'm a 22-year-old college student. I just want to share my experiences with everyone. So today is story time about depression. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, I didn't really know about mental health until near the end of my high school years. Even though looking back now, I realize I've struggled with depression for a long time. When I was a kid, I thought it was normal to suddenly hyperfixate on something and then lose interest. I thought it was normal to lay in bed, not feeling anything, staring at your ceiling for all hours of the night. I thought it was normal to kind of just feel bleh for weeks on end, and it's not. So that was fun. Like I've said, my parents are kind of like in that older generation mindset where depression is kind of cured when you put on your jogging shoes and go outside and get fresh air. Which, yeah, that helps, but it's not a cure-all. I ended up going to see my primary doctor to talk about it, and he knew I was going away for college, so he's like, definitely look at therapy when you are in a stable setting. But for now, he gave me some medication to take. And medication, again, is not a cure-all. You can't rely on it. But it definitely helped me. So let's see, I got put on medication about 3 years ago. And after the first month, like, people were noticing a difference in my behavior. Like, my work colleagues, they were like, you seem more alert, you seem happier, like, what are you doing? Like, have you started something new in your life? And I was like, no, I've just been on this new medication for depression, and I feel a lot more alive. Like, and I told my friend Marie, I was like, I was really nervous about medication because um, she doesn't have depression, but she has some other mental disorders. And she was like, when I was put on medication, it made me feel like a zombie. And that's what I was scared of. I was scared that I was going to be a zombie and not get any better. But it actually has really, really helped me. You know, lately I've been feeling like it's not working as well. Um, so I'm definitely going to have to reevaluate my medication when I get home in a stable setting out of college. I mean, medication helped, but it didn't get rid of all my depressive episodes. I still have depressive episodes every once in a while. I had a really bad one a few weeks ago, actually. Marie FaceTimes me all the time, and I love her for it, but she FaceTimed me on this day. It was like the third day of my depressive episode, and I was just on autopilot at that point. I had no emotions. I couldn't feel anything. Like, it was really strange. I felt like I was trapped inside my own body, you know? And it's really, really, really weird looking back and remembering feeling no emotion. Like, it's really strange. I felt like it was an out of body experience. And she FaceTimed me and she like took one look at my face through a video camera. She's like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I was like, "I don't know. I just don't feel anything." So she tried to make me feel something by like laughing and telling jokes and stuff. And I was just like, I don't feel anything. And it was really strange. And she even like comments back on it every once in a while. She's like, that was really weird to see you with no emotion, because I'm a very expressive person normally. So she was kind of freaked out. And that was probably my worst depressive episode. A lot of people think, your worst depressive episode is when you freak out and cry and scream. But no, mine was when I felt no emotion, because I'm a very emotional person. So that was really scary for me looking back at it. If I hadn't snapped out of that, that would have been bad. My depressive episodes don't last as normal as most people. Like I said on Monday's video, depressive episodes normally last 2 weeks. Mine can last anywhere from 1 day to 5 days. And I'll have little jolts of, happiness, and like I'll be like, oh, my depressive episode's over. And then a few hours later, I'm like, oh, fuck no, it's not. The way I describe it to Marie, because she's never experienced it, it's like it's a brick wall that you see in the distance, and you're like, oh, I have a couple hours until I reach that brick wall. But then all of a sudden it's right in front of you and you're running face first into it and you're in pain and you don't know why. So it's fun. Yeah. My parents didn't know I was depressed for a long time. I hid it from them. I hid the medication from them, doctor-patient confidentiality. They didn't really know anything. And what sucks about depression is when you're in your lowest moments of depression, you start wondering if you're even worth anything, if you're even contributing anything, if people would be better off without you because you feel like you're worthless. So yeah, I definitely contemplated suicide a few times. And if you want to hear more about those stories, check out my Suicide Week videos. But thank God I had Marie here. I have Marie here, because I can just message her and be like, hey, I'm not feeling too hot. I think I'm about to go into a depressive episode. And she'll be like, okay. And she'll just send me memes and links, and she'll just be there. Like she knows that she can't just jolt me out of it. She can't be like, just don't go into a depressive episode. Don't be depressed. She knows that it's not something that I can really control. So she's just there as a support, and it's really awesome. So if you are at all depressed, I suggest, talking to someone, preferably a professional. But if you can't get to a professional right now, find someone you trust to just kind of be there as your support. Yeah, my depression kind of sucks. I ended up outing myself about depression during a fight with my parents. That's when I out myself a lot with fights with my parents. It was last year. We were fighting. Again, I don't know what we were fighting about. But I mentioned how I was depressed and how I wanted to go to therapy, and they shut that down. So now I just don't talk to them about it anymore, but that's not healthy. I need to talk to someone about it. I've got my phone out here. I'm about to open this app called BetterHelp. It's a therapy app, not free, but you can get financial aid help for it. I think I got it from $120 a month down to $69 a month because I mentioned that I didn't have any money. They put you together with a licensed therapist that you can either text or FaceTime and chat. And this is really helpful for people that don't have the time or are socially nervous like me. But they tell you their license number and all this different stuff so that you can look it up and make sure that they're a real person. It's really cool. And they kind of just walk you through. Let me see here. I'm trying to find a certain day that I was talking with them. Here it is. So I was wondering how therapy is different than just talking it out with a friend, which is what I had been doing, with Marie. And my therapist was like, the difference between working with a therapist and talking to a friend is that they have a specific training about techniques and insights that someone who does not have training might not know of. She also mentioned, though I care about everyone I work with, this is her job. So she doesn't take offense or feel like you're a burden or anything like that. So She said, I'm not suggesting that you're a burden to your friends, but a lot of people come to therapy to talk with someone so that they don't burden their friends with their problems for extended periods of time, which I always felt like I was doing when I was talking about my depression with Marie. I would always apologize. And even though she says it's fine and sends me hearts and stuff, I just still feel guilty. So therapy was definitely something that helped me. I'm still looking. Sorry, should have had this up before the video, but so this was a different day. I was like, I always second guess myself and my feelings. I keep it bottled up until it explodes in an unhealthy way. I still question whether I'm really depressed or anxious or if it's all in my head, even though I've hurt myself in the past. I would like to feel like a functioning member of society. And she said she could give me a depression and anxiety screening. And she gave me that. And yeah, she proved that I was depressed, which it's kind of nice to have that validation, even though I already had my doctor saying it, you know? Um, Sorry, I'm still scrolling through here, trying to find. She gave me some handouts about skills and some videos about how to deal with emotions and stuff. Eventually, I had to quit the app because it was getting too expensive with college, but I definitely suggest it for people who are struggling. It's BetterHelp. It's through the App Store. It's free to download. It just is a monthly subscription. Once you get linked to a counselor, you get a week free just to see if you can work with the counselor. If it doesn't work out, you can switch to a new counselor. It definitely helped me. I was on it for about 3 months, and it definitely helped. I am definitely going to look for a more permanent therapy solution once I'm back home in office so that I can actually communicate face to face with someone because I feel like that helps me. But yeah, so if you struggle through depression, definitely seek help, professional help. Like I said on Monday, I am in no way certified. I am not a professional medical person, therapy at all. So this is just me talking and sharing my story so that you know you're not alone. Yeah, it kind of sucks dealing with depression. I'm on my phone again. Sorry. I'm like remembering certain things as I'm going. Um, Hold on. So, like I said, Marie is really nice and lets me dump on her even though I feel guilty about it. So, this was on Saturday. I've actually been dealing with a couple depressive episodes this whole week, so it's a little hard. On Saturday, this was at night, I messaged Marie and I was like, hate when you've been fighting that depressive episode off all day and then it hits 10 p.m. and your brain decides to stop fighting, so now you're lying in your bed in the dark, unable to sleep, trying not to cry as dark thoughts fill your head about being worthless and empty and a burden, and how you don't want to go home, and it's just fucking great. And I said, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm sorry you have to go through that. It's okay. I'm always here. And I'm like, even though you say it's fine, it doesn't stop my thoughts. I know you're okay with it, but it just hurts. And she responded back, you're always there for me in my darkest moments, so I'm here for you. And she gave me a little heart emoji. And I said, it just hurts. My brain works against me, and it hurts trying to fight it with my heart. And she was like, I'd rather you talk to me than hide it. And I said, I just want to be numb, like run until I can't breathe, until my body just lays there and my mind just shuts up. And this is where she like tries to like, she doesn't try to make it go away. She just tries to be there for me. She's like, why don't you go for a jog even though it's 10 at night? With a little laughing face. And I'm like, whatever. She's like, I just hope you start feeling better soon. Like maybe I should try to sleep and see what I feel like tomorrow. She's like, drink water, eat food, go to sleep. She's just being so nice to me. After that, I felt better. So I was able to talk with her. And then yesterday in the afternoon, I messaged, life is like a water slide, except there's no water, so I just chafe and cry. She's like, what? I'm like, depressive episodes suck because I was having a good day and now fuck it. Since this happened the past 2 nights in a row, I just know I'm going to be dealing with this for the next few days and it's stupid as fuck. You can prepare all you want, but depression is a fucking brick wall that you weren't expecting popping out of nowhere, making you run headfirst into it and hurt you. So, and like I said, she's really nice. She sends me memes. She says, I'm here for you. You can just dump it all out. I don't, she's not going to run away from me. So it was really nice. It's really nice having that. You probably noticed I've been a little down today, and that's because I have been struggling with depressive episodes for the past couple days. I'm trying not to let it get to me. I've been playing music, painting, trying to just, ward it off, but you can't run from it. My therapist, when I was talking to her, said it's probably a chemical imbalance in my brain. And the reason why I'm depressed, remember, I went through different types of depressions and different causes of depression, and brain's physical structure or chemistry is definitely one of the reasons. And she says that's probably what is bringing my depression, along with all my other mental disorders, which we've talked about. Well, I talked about with my therapist, not that we've talked about. So it's really hard, and it's really hard figuring it out now. I'm 22, I'm an adult. I feel like I should feel like an adult. I feel like I should be put together. But instead, I feel like I'm falling apart at the seams because all these issues that I've been hiding, that I've been repressing, that I haven't been acknowledging are suddenly coming up and spilling into my life. And it's like, what do I do? What do I do? So it's really hard to handle everything. So definitely a professional was definitely helpful. I need to get back into that track. But for now, medication is definitely helping me. Everyone noticed a distinct change when I started it, and they can notice when I which is really bad. If you start on medication for depression, never quit cold turkey, ever. I had to go a week without medication because my prescription ran out and my doctor was not in office to refill it. And it's not like I can just walk down the street and go to him because I'm at college, I'm in the dorms. So it was really hard. I went a week without it. And when you quit cold turkey on depressive medication, it actually is very harmful and your brain just goes into freak out mode. And Marie definitely noticed. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any medication right now. I haven't been on medication for the past 3 days and I just feel like shit. And she's like, yeah, that's not good. Ended up not going to class for that entire week because I just didn't want to get out of bed. So definitely fun. Don't quit cold turkey. But yeah. So it's kind of just a dump on you guys about all that stuff. If you are feeling depressed at all, if you are unsure or anything, definitely seek professional help. I'm going to put that link that I posted on Monday back in the description box along with the suicide hotline number. Definitely seek out help. If you are new to my channel and you want to get notified when I post, you can hit that subscribe button. Like I said before, I'm Rose, I'm 22, I'm just sharing my stories with everyone. On Friday, we'll do a wrap up about today's subject and introduce next week's. If you guys have a subject that you want me to cover, definitely put it in the comments or go to my Twitter at RoseYouTubes and you can DM me or at me and I'll respond. Otherwise, I think that's everything for today. I'm going to go and talk with Marie and try to keep the pep going. So, love you all, keep blooming, and I'll see you guys later.